Hi guys, thanks so much and welcome back. I'm back out here on the trails. Gorgeous. I have to say that these walks, it's really one of the best parts of my life. I'm really inviting you to put on your shoes, come out and join me daily on these walks. What I love about it is we get an opportunity to ground ourselves, to relax into nature, relax into the moment. And you can't get any better than that. So thank you for walking with me, journeying with me. I heard from Darian yesterday. So you can credit Darian for being the inspiration behind this message. And our topic today is, why is it that people don't always trust? They don't always trust your change. They don't always trust it when you say, please believe me, I've changed. So I want to jump into that. But first I want to share a little story with you to illustrate a point. My goodness, the birds are singing super loud today. I want to illustrate a point. A few years ago, I got a call from a lady, and she kind of shocked me how she started the conversation. She said, "Are you Sheila Robinson-Kiss?" I said, "Yes." She said, "I'm calling. I'm going to be perfectly direct with you, straight up. I am a stone cold racist." I said, "Hold on." I'm not sure if you looked at my profile, but you didn't reach Martha Stewart. Did you look at my profile? She said, "Yes." I looked at your profile. I said, "Okay." She said, "I know that you are a colored woman." And I said, "Okay." I do prefer the term African American. Okay, I stand corrected. Let her finish. She said, "Sheila, I'm in trouble. My daughter brought home a African American," she called herself. "My daughter brought him home 4 years ago, and I called her everything except a child of God. Called her everything except a child of God. Told her I wanted nothing to do with her. Comes to find out, a year ago, she got pregnant. I again told her I want nothing to do with you or your baby. Sheila, last week, one of my other adult children sent me a picture of that gorgeous baby girl." And I'm telling you, in an instant, my heart melted, and whatever I felt, now it's raining, guys. My heart melted, and whatever I felt in the past, it was done. It was done. I saw myself, I saw the hate, I saw the nastiness, I saw the negativity, and I literally collapsed. And I have to do whatever I need to do. They're so angry at me now, but I have to do whatever I need to do to fix it and to make it better. Now, folks, some people don't believe in instant change. I think that it is rare, it's uncommon. I'm not going to say it's exceedingly rare, but it is rare. I know that she changed because of what she did next. She got up less than 30 days. She moved out of state. She wanted to be near her daughter to get things worked out. And it was a process. But she worked it. She went out, she apologized to her daughter, apologized to her son-in-law back in the tunnel. She took it a step further, and she even apologized to the family of her son-in-law for her ignorance. And I will tell you, last I heard, She was so in love. She was so in love with her beautiful granddaughter. And I know she would jump in front of a bus for this child. She changed. She had truly changed from the inside out. So it can happen. I'm not saying that it can't happen. It can certainly happen. I wanted to share that story with you first because I want to follow it up with some information on why people often doubt you when you say you've had an instant and miraculous change. Back to Darian from Houston. I heard from him. And by the way, thank you, Darian. He says that he enjoys the channel every day over a cup of peppermint tea. I love to hear that. You can enjoy the channel over tea, cookies, snacks, whatever suits your fancy. I'm just glad you're tuning in. But he said, Sheila, I have a problem. You know, I've been dating this woman for 5 years. I thought she was the one. I told her we cannot move forward. We are not going to move forward in this relationship unless you make some dramatic changes. And I'll tell you, to my surprise, she is doing everything. She is doing everything that I asked her to do almost overnight. I'm seeing sides of her that I've never seen before. So my question for you is, number one, why does that scare me? And number two, why am I getting increasingly more and more resentful? She has made her declaration that she has changed miraculously. So, Darian, I'm going to tell you exactly why you asked me to tackle the topic. I'm going to tell you exactly why you're feeling what you're feeling. And as I'm answering your question, I want everyone to lean in to a quick reality about change. One of the reasons that Darian is having such a hard time believing this change and feeling so resentful is this. I mean, think about it. If you can change so quickly, and you knew I was having problems almost the entire 5 years, why now? Why did you put me through that if it's so easy for you to just flip a switch and change into this person I've always dreamed of? Folks, it's a little bit scary. It's a little bit scary. And chances are, I don't know this woman, I don't know her heart, but I can tell you this. Chances are she did not necessarily change from the inside out. What she is scared as hell to lose this man that she wants to marry. Okay, I'll buy that. Fear can be a motivator. If it's motivation, we'll take it in any form. But I would give you a suggestion. Don't lead with, I've had a miraculous change. Don't lead with that, because it's not necessarily believable. And it breeds a lot of resentment. It breeds resentment because if you could change, why didn't you change before? What people can understand and what people can wrap their head around is, you know what? I'm looking at myself. I'm looking at myself now in a different way. I have a different level of awareness. I hope you're going to give me an opportunity to go deeper into what I'm discovering about myself now. You catch the difference. It feels different. It feels more realistic because it is realistic. I mean, folks, think about it. Have you ever dealt with someone, I've changed, this time it's going to be different? It sounds so convincing. It sounds so amazing. And then 2 weeks later, a month later, you're right back where you started from. You know why? Because it was a fear-based response. Change, true change, deep change. Folks, I'm not saying there's not miracles. People can change quickly, but again, it's a rarity. Most change takes time. I think about myself, the woman I was 15 years ago, 20 years ago. It's not the same woman I am today. That person is unrecognizable. And I believe in my heart that God will foster, more oftentimes than not, incremental change so that we can adjust, so that we too can observe the change. It's like gradual weight loss, if you will. That's why people who lose weight gradually, they are more likely to keep it off because their body has a chance to adjust. They have an opportunity to form new habits and to gain a certain respect with those habits. So change is the same thing, folks. And I think often, if God allowed those changes to be so quick and dramatic, it would shock our system. It really would. It would be like going from, 5 miles an hour to 120 miles an hour. You could barely catch your breath, and there would be something of a trauma involved. So I'm really encouraging you to rethink change, and to rethink it when you're making these declarations about change. Switch up the language, switch up the intention. Again, it's not I've had this overnight awakening. I see myself. I'm learning things about myself. I hope you'll give me an opportunity to learn more about myself and really demonstrate to you that I'm on a real path. I'm on a real path to change. It feels different, it sounds different, because it is different, folks. It is different. Change takes time. It's a process, but it is so well worth it. So, Darren, I hope that answers your question and just shed some light on it. And I'll be back with some more great content shortly. Thanks, guys. See you soon.